What's up, guys? Jewfy here. So we just did part 1 of Should Children Be Allowed to Drag Shows. Now this is going to be part 2. I decided to break this up into 2 videos. I wanted to stream this actually, but not yet. Not yet. I'll be streaming soon. But you already know, before I start the video, don't forget to comment, share, like, subscribe so you stay up to date. And without further ado, let's start part 2. Should children be allowed at drag shows?
Wash them, to put them in that type of, maybe when they're older and stuff, they kind of realize and stuff. I feel like that's like kind of like shoving down their throat, like, oh, this is, normal.
It's just not decent to have this kind of shows in presence of the kids. Like age for like exposure to everything, and that's totally absurd to like see in presence of the kids. That shouldn't be there. I would never allow my kids to be there in that kind of shows.
I don't think there's anything inherently.
That's a good dad. That is a good dad. Ladies, take note. You want a man like that that's going to protect his kids from degeneracy.
About a drag show in general. Would I take a really small child? No, I wouldn't. But again, I don't have a real problem with it either.
Do we as a society protect children from explicit content, or is it a gray area?
No, it's a gray area, but I stand on one side of the gray.
You could answer, hey, is it appropriate? No. Should it be allowed? Yes. My question is, should it be allowed? But you're not okay with what I just showed.
No, but you showed me, right. Yeah.
Thanks for your time.
Well, that's a drag show. And in part 1, he said that he was okay with it. And then he sees what happens at these shows. He probably didn't even know. And now he's not okay with it.
It's just, how do you want to bring up your kids? You want your kids brought up with morals and traditional values, or a bunch of crap like that?
The anatomy of a human.
You see, morals and traditional values aren't even looked at as good things anymore. It's debatable to some people if that's even, traditional. When people hear the word traditional, they don't like it for some reason, as if tradition is just all bad.
Human is the anatomy of a human, yes. But me walking out here and taking my pants off and walking around, everyone would have a problem with that.
Probably get arrested.
Yeah, right. Exactly. And the same situation with the child. Why would I have this woman or this person come and lay on a table, spread their legs out, and do something as if it's completely normal? Yes, it is an experience that is different, and the way that you worded it before, I was like, oh, it depends on what's going on. That's going on? Hell no.
No.
Because that's just disrespectful to the brain.
It's just unnecessary.
I like these guys.
It does not. There is nothing. What is the result of? You understand what I'm saying? There was no reason for the kids to be there in that situation. We didn't need to have that situation be at home.
A simple fix here. 18 plus for that. Is that what that is? 18 years old plus?
How old do you have to be to go to a burlesque show? How old do you have to be to go to the strip club? The same antics that you just showed are the same antics going on.
I'm pretty sure I said that in part 1, but that's facts. That's facts. The same thing going on at these drag shows is what goes on in strip clubs, like you said, burlesque shows, some parties and club events, etc. But kids aren't normally ever allowed in any situation like that. But it's okay to have a 3-year-old at a drag show, apparently. Make that make sense.
Exactly. So it doesn't belong at TGI Fridays.
Yes.
No, I'm out of there.
For a young children to see that is just, I don't think that's cool.
There's people that we're talking to today that are saying they're totally fine with it. What are your thoughts about that?
I think they're saying that because it's a dude, but if it was at a strip club, I feel like they would have different opinions about it.
And the reason why I'm wording it, should they be allowed? Obviously, we protect children from a lot of explicit content.
Yeah,
should they be allowed or not allowed at that, do you think?
They should be allowed around transgender people. I am 100%.
That's not what he asked. That's not what he asked.
100%
Not all those people were trans. They were, just to clarify.
It's up to the parents. If you don't want your kids to go there, then don't allow them. If you allow your kids to go there, then you allow them.
But just because it's a guy being gay or whatever, they're okay with it. But if it was at a strip club, they'd be like, no.
Children shouldn't be anything overly sexualized at that age. I think it's too early to introduce that type of stuff. Even if it wasn't a drag show, like if it was like a strip club, say, it would still be overly sexualized.
I like how people are making that parallel, because it makes so much sense. It makes so much sense.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
a law. So
Yeah,
they're not allowed
exactly.
strip clubs.
So anything that's over sexualized, if it's a drag show that's like completely like family friendly, I see nothing wrong with that.
It's usually men
Uh-huh.
dressed up as women,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
in some kind of outfit that's usually relatively skimpy.
Okay.
Right? There can be sexual dancing, kind of, but they're also taking dollar bills from young people. That's inappropriate to you.
Yeah, I disagree with that. I don't think that's okay. I think it's way too early. They can make that choice for themselves later on, but as of right now, it's not acceptable.
And just because it's in a
W participant. She is a W participant.
different space,
And
or
so are these
with
guys.
different people, it doesn't make it okay. They may feel as if it does. I would never want my kids to see that.
Never.
That's very disrespectful.
Never. At this point, it has nothing to do with the drag queen part of it.
No.
I wouldn't want them to be gorgeous strippers, gorgeous Playboy bunny strippers.
Exactly. Okay, and just really quick, I'm gonna go off on a little rant. I think the thing that people who advocate for this have to realize is, you know, I'm similar with a lot of the people being interviewed in this video. I assume these two gentlemen here are probably 25 or up. A lot of the older people that he interviewed, we weren't the way we were raised. People my age. Back then, when we were kids, this stuff was not okay. I couldn't even play Grand Theft Auto. I couldn't even go to sleepovers. I couldn't even stay up past 12 o'clock midnight. So there is no way my mom would ever have me around a drag show. It's just inappropriate. Parents are the primary job of being a parent, and I don't have kids, but to all my parents out there, tell me if I'm wrong. The primary agent of being a parent is to prepare your kids for the world. It's not to be their best friend. It's not to make them happy all the time. Sometimes you have to make decisions for kids that kids don't understand, but they have to trust your judgment that you're doing the right thing by keeping them away from this or pushing them towards this. You get the point. I don't know where the switch happened where parents thought that it was their job to make the kids happy with every decision that they make, please the kids. The kids can decide where they're going. Like, no, okay? Kids don't decide their every move. It's parents' job to interject and guide kids. You don't get to decide your every move until you're 18 and out of my house. That's traditional parenting 101. While you are in my house, it's my job to guide you and protect you. And throwing your kid into the drag show, it's not guidance, it's not protection, it's bad parenting.
None of that needs to go on with the kids there.
I mean, there's people that are saying yes, children should be allowed at that. What are your thoughts about that?
No. Like there's age to experience everything. That's not for the kids.
The reason why I'm asking that is, you know, we often do as a society protect children from sexual content, nudity, etc. You can't bring your child to a strip club or anything like that. Is it up there with explicit kind of sexual content that we, should protect children from, or do you think it's maybe just leave it alone?
Interesting question, because I don't have kids, so I don't have that same protectiveness that some people may have over it. Why you would want your kids to see that, I don't know.
Does seeing those change your mind in your answer, or do you still think it should be left to the parents?
Yeah, well, only because...
We're having a conversation of should it be allowed,
yeah,
or should it be left to the parents, basically?
I think it should always be left to the parents, yeah, to let them decide for that.
Would you have the same opinion about a parent taking their child to a strip club? Maybe that's not full nudity.
Well, those usually have an age limit for just getting in. Right.
So that's what I'm saying.
18. Right. I get it.
Does that belong at?
But I guess the question is though, like these things, these
attention's
events
different.
Yeah, there's that. So that would be the other difference.
Would you say that the clips that I just showed you, would you say that they aren't as sexual as a non-full nudity strip club?
Yeah, it's a little different, I think.
Drag added another level to the conversation. So now that I've seen the video footage, nope, none of that. They could be. It don't gotta be the drag. All that. Yeah, because I'm with everybody being who they are.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay.
Then she got dollars sticking out her back, and she walking with a little girl in her hand. It just crossed the line of not necessary.
Because it now changes. So what is that little girl in the future gonna see? Kids go through things at such a young age that we as humans don't experience because we don't remember those memories.
Subconscious.
Indeed.
You already
Because
know
when
it
you
is.
watch a show like Dexter, he found out that he watched a murder at such a young age, and it changed the way his brain, you know what I'm saying, his frontal cortex.
Right.
So anything else.
Great show, by the way.
Yeah, I was just gonna say Dexter's a great show.
Indeed. But she might see things different and say, I only want to go out, have fun, and dress a certain way because I remember what I saw as a kid.
All right, everyone, that is it for today. So we had a
Okay, that's the video, you guys. I just want to wrap up by saying this. Look, for whatever reason, the drag trans LGBTQ community thinks that if you don't push this stuff in kids' faces, they won't know how to deal with it, and they'll be homophobic when they get older. I think that's a statement that they would generally agree that they think that's something that they think. Nobody is advocating for the harm, bullying, or anything like that of trans, drag community, LGBTQ. Nobody wants that. If I was a parent and, you know, I walk past the drag or the drag show or a pride parade, I wouldn't say, you see these kids, we don't like people like this. Like, no, we're not going out of our way to do that. But we just, it goes against someone like my beliefs. It goes against a lot of people's beliefs. They don't want their kids surrounded by this type of sexualized degeneracy. That's not everyone's prerogative. If it's yours, cool. But stop trying to shove it in our faces because we don't want it. We don't like it. And parents, stop with all of this. My kid can decide. Yeah, your kid will decide when they're able to decide. Until that kid is 18, 17, 19, 21, you lay down some guidelines and some rules, and you guide and protect your children. All right? Because it's a tough world out here on your own without that protection. But that was part 2, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to comment, share, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And until next time, peace.